smoke and flames build up too high. You're always there for me. You clear the air I breathe. You make me feel at home. You make me feel at home. This love, it grows no matter where we go. You make me feel at home. We have known this world in times apart. And you're in all my favorite memories. It wouldn't matter if the skies went dark. Your heart is all I need. I'm drawn to every beat. 'Cause you make me feel at home. You make me feel at home. This love, it grows no matter where we go. You make me feel at home. There's no fear here when you're lying in my arms. There's no better place than to stay right where we are. And I'm holding on to make it last. Tomorrow always comes too fast. I never wanted any other way.
Okay, let's go out and have a quick look at the van. Oof. My filming is atrocious. Okay. I don't know whether to do anything today or not on the van. I don't know. I kind of feel a bit whacked, to be honest with you. Sun's out though, which is a blessing from yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to get the bike out in a minute. Okay, so what have we done to the van? Okay, well we've done, I put a plate in here, underneath this here. I took that off and cleaned this up and I've spot welded that back on. The top wing rail is ready kind of to go back on. And the flitch panels that I made are kind of ready to go back on here. After I've weighed them up, I've got a little hole there which has got to be done. I don't know what to do with that yet. I think that might be another couple of little bits as well. I don't know what to do with that yet. The heater bowl is ready to go back on, and I'm just going to tack this on around the edge of that. I've cleaned up the other bonnet hinge plate ready to go on, which is going to go kind of here somewhere. Yeah, I have started doing a little bit of welding there, a little bit of a patch, and I'm making a right bloody pig's ear of it, to be honest with you. Every time I weld it, it's just blowing through. The metal work on the van is a little bit crap around that area, and it's not looking pretty. I'm not going to see it, I guess, and at the end product, I guess it will look okay. It just means I've got to weld it, grind it, weld it, grind it until I make it look pretty. As long as I've got no ingress of water, I guess at the end of the day, I'm I'm probably going to be kind of settled with it, with the outcome. But yeah, it is what it is. Anybody who welds these type of vehicles and these kind of older vehicles, you'll appreciate that the you know, it's very difficult to weld you know, bodywork which is thin bodywork, and it's kind of going a little bit, other than replacing the whole panel, which I wasn't going to do because it was rather expensive. But overall, the engine bay and all the panels are looking pretty good. You know, so and most of this has been sandblasted, so I guess we're ready for kind of a little bit more cleaning up, a little bit of this, that and the other, some seam sealer, primer and paint. I've got a battery tray here, look, to go on. However, I have I've kind of buggered up my measurements down here, and it won't go all the way in to, sorry, that's the wrong way, that way, because that leg there sits on that chassis down there. Yeah, so it actually won't go all the way in down there, look, so and I'm probably about sort of 20 mil off to get it all the way in. Now, other than, I think what I've got to do is get a plank of timber across here to that there and smack it so that goes in a little bit, to allow for that to actually go in. I didn't think that far ahead, if I'm honest. Unlike this side here, which is original, you see how it goes in here, look. And let's say, for instance, if the tray was this side, it would go in. But the tray doesn't go that side because obviously there's the servos there, etc, etc. So yeah, so let me just spin you around. So a little bit annoying, but whichever way it happens, we'll get round it. It's got to go back on anyway, so it's one of those. I'm just going to move my wing back on because it's on the roof and it looks like it's moved forward a bit. I don't want that coming off. It's already got a little dent in it, and happy days. Yeah, so yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting this kind of side done with the bracket back on. Once that's done, it then means the rails are going on, these rails here. That's got to go flush with that there, as far as I'm aware. So I don't know how to put that underneath this panel here. It's going under the top suspension mount. But the thing is, if it goes under there, it's not going to go under there up this top bit. So yeah, so I don't know what to do with that there yet. And obviously there's two of those, one this side, one the other side. And then is what I've got to do. I've got to get the bolt up the bonnet back on, which is here. I've got a little bit of patching to do on this bonnet. These couple of patches here, which I'll do. The unfortunate thing is about this bonnet, it's actually gone the other side as well, which is kind of a little bit annoying because it's a little bit difficult to get to it. So I'm going to weigh that up when I do it. It's not on the agenda at the minute, but when I do finally do the bonnet, then yeah. But other than that, I want this front end done. I want the wings back on. Once the wings are back on and everything's hunky-dory, the bonnet fits on and everything, all the lines and gaps and everything are super fine. I think we've kind of cracked majority of this van then on the kind of welding side of things, and we've got a pillar to do. Oh God, my legs. Not this pillar's okay. That pillar's okay, but the other pillar on the other side has kind of gone a little bit. It's a little bit worse for wear, but that's not a problem. It's yeah, it's kind of just a box. I can do that, etc, etc. So yeah, so looking forward to getting a little bit of paint on the vehicle as well. You get a little bit of paint on there and it kind of looks as if it's coming together as well, doesn't it? But I've also got to do the dash. So the dash is going to be one of the next jobs as well, which is obviously here. As you can see, whoever had the vehicle before cut a lot of that dashboard out, okay, which I don't know why. Yeah, but anyway, I've got one here. I've got a dashboard here. This one is what I need. I need the right hand side of this dashboard to chop in to the right hand side of that dashboard, if you get what I'm coming. So I am going to cut and slice that back in, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's just a panel. It's you know, so yeah, but yeah, and then we're kind of yeah, kind of hunky-dory. We're getting there. Also the panels on the I've got two panels to put in at the back here. Look, you see the windows here. Right, well basically these have been cut out, okay. Whoever's cut these out then put glass in. Now I've actually cut two over there. In fact, I've cut one, I've got to cut the other one, which is that one there, okay. That fits on the outside of here, okay, perfect. But however, it has got a bead round that, where it's actually got a profile on that. Now I am going to attempt with some help. I'll probably need a couple of guys here. I've got a bead roller, so I'm going to attempt to put like I'm going to make up a little bench for that first, so that it's got a guide on it, so I can actually guide it round. It's the same kind of width all the way round. I'm hoping that I can put a little bit of a profile on that to make it actually look like an original panel. And as all that's going to be, that's just going to be spot welded on there, okay. And then obviously I've got to do the two internal struts, and I'll just have to make those up as well. You can't get them. You can't get these side things neither, these side panels, which is, if I could get them, I'd probably just buy them. Now I am using a heavy gauge metal for them, so I think if anything I'm going to go over the top with those. And should I have done, I don't know, but I didn't want the metal moving, but it's going to move either way, isn't it, I guess. Now, so obviously using a bead roller, there's ways of using a bead roller, because when you bead roll it, it's going to stretch the material, in which case then it bends, okay. It's kind of going to have a little bit of a profile in it, but if you finish it off, it should go back right again, something like that. So watching a few videos on that, you know, and yeah, some people then say, well, if you put it in a planishing hammer and beat it around first, then that will stretch it, and then when you bead roll it, it kind of puts it back to shape as well. A little bit confusing, but yeah, okay. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm just going to bead roll it and hopefully hope for the best. So yeah, so we'll wait and see with that one, but that is something that's got to be done over the next few weeks. Yeah, okay, well we'll wait and see with that one, okay. But other than that, today, I don't know what to do today, to be honest with you. I don't know whether to do anything on this or whether or not to just chill out and do. I've got some t-shirts to do, I've got some t-shirts to do for the motorhome because I want my own sort of kind of like this sneeze. I want my own little stock of t-shirts in the van, ready and waiting to take away, if you know what I mean. And yeah, our daughter is actually having the van at some point as well, so we also need to try the awning to make sure that's all hunky-dory for her. Yeah, sorry, I was just watching somebody outside. So yeah, our daughter, I don't know where she's going yet, but we'll drive it there and then we'll come back home. Once we're set up, we'll come back home, leave her with the van. I mean, it's pointless having a van if family can't get the use of it as well. You know, that's my personal opinion. You know, if we're not enjoying it, let somebody else enjoy it. That's what I'll say. You know. Anyway, right. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll probably, if I do something on the van, I'll let you know what I'm doing. I don't know yet. Yeah.